Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is July 17, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. All right, we just got a sharp sell-off today, as we expected. So market is kind of like in the topping phase, as I said. Potentially, we are kind of like at the top here. So we should see how market is going to react the next 2-3 days. But I believe that this is going to be very, very important pivot, which is going to be somewhere around 5,600 area, so 55, let's say 80. That's going to be the level that I'm just looking for as a last threshold. Potentially, we're going to break it down to this important demand area, which is going to be kind of like a daily support, somewhere around 54 to 61. But I should say this is my lovely place to get in back to the market in a long position, which is going to be 42 to 42.60 actually. So that's the area that I'm just looking for a market. Right now, we are kind of like in a sell-off phase. So we should wait for kind of like a bounce after a sharp sell-off. Usually market just get a bounce, but usually that bounce is not gonna be kind of like a strong, and then we can get another phase of sell-off coming next week. I believe that, as I said, this weekend, last week is kind of like the topping formation market, topping formation phase for the market, and cycles are showing the downside is coming down the road, specifically for a month of August. So for a month of August, we should just buckle up. August, I should say September and October, energy is not that good. So especially before election, always a Q3 earnings coming up as well. So a market is in a fragile, and that's going to be kind of like a good buying opportunity. If you just look at the previous years as well. So this is kind of like last year. We just got topped in August, just the beginning of August, later. I should say this is July. Just getting into the August market just reached the top, and then sell-off phase is coming. This is kind of like the October bottom. So for 3 months, market went down in a choppy consolidation phase. But after that, we just got back into a fantastic rally to the upside. This is a very nice exponential rally. And this year, we can see another thing, at least I should say, for August, September, October, specifically prior election, which can stretch it out to first week of November. We should see some kind of like a selling phase in the market. The market's just going down, doing sideways to downside. That's going to give us a great buying opportunity for the next rally to the upside. 2025. Still, it is very early, but that's going to be one of those years that everyone needs to take advantage of the last drip of juice, because 2026, 2027, 2028 would not be great at all if it's not going to be ugly. So we'll see how it goes for 3 years. I should say everyone needs to be careful. Right now, we are at 2024. Everything is okay. So just don't panic right now. Nasdaq. So this is a weekly candle. I just want to show you the weekly reversal here in Nasdaq. So whenever we get this very kind of like a typical doji bar and then confirmation to the downside in a weekly chart, we should see another week minimum to coming down if it's not two. So I would say 18,300 is coming down the road to 18,700. So that's kind of like the weekly pattern here. But all in all, I should say Nasdaq is in kind of like a selling phase right now. Even if you go to daily chart, so we find a bottom here for a daily support, because this is kind of like the previous rally. We should see a day or two bounce and then sharp sell-off after that. I'm not surprised at all. So we'll see how it goes, but this is very, very important trend here, which is going to be 19,300. If it goes down, potentially we're going to see another kind of like a reversal to the downside, which is coming to 18,300 to 18,600. So this is the area actually that I'm looking at right now as a kind of like a sweet spot for a buying opportunity. So we can see multi-weeks sell-off is coming as weekly cycle and weekly pattern forms top, at least for this stage of the game. Moving on to US 30, which phenomenal move to the upside. This is a great move, just going up after nice surge to the upside yesterday. Today, we just got another confirmation that this rally is about to end, but not now. Potentially, we will see tomorrow as well. But if tomorrow we get kind of like a reversal or early Monday, then we should see this is exactly the area that I'm just looking at. So 41,283 to 42,000. So this 800 level, I should say Dow is going to form the top. And the top is going to be like a broad-based sell-off after that with Nasdaq and S&P to the downside. So right now we will give benefit of doubt to Dow Jones, but I should say the sell-off is coming soon. Moving on to gold. Gold just got reversal very close to my target, folks. So just gold got into the high today was 24.88, very close. So I said 24.90. That's the level that I'm looking for to 2,500. So we were kind of like a very close to gold. And I should say gold is topped. So potentially we can see another kind of like a sell-off is coming for gold as well down the road. So we should just keep an eye on, just because there are lots of rumors that still gold can go higher, which it can go higher, specifically when bond yield is coming down, when DXY is coming down. But at this stage, gold is overbought, stretched, and we should see a pullback. So this pullback would be kind of like a great buying opportunity, which I'm looking for. But right now, I should say stay tuned for kind of like more pullback for gold. Silver shows itself today. So silver just smashed down 3% to the downside. It's just going all the way down here, engulfing all the pivots here. So this is kind of like a head and shoulder in a smaller time frame. If you go to 4 hours chart, for example, silver easily shows head and shoulder formation. So this is kind of like a two shoulders, and this is a head, very classical pattern. And we just break it through to the downside. It's kind of like a forming another bearish consolidation for a next sell-off to the downside. So potentially silver is coming sub $3, $30, sorry, sub $30 per ounce, even 29 and change. But that's going to be kind of like the placeholder for silver for a long time. So if we get to that level, I should say everyone needs to be careful, because we were talking about silver a lot. Everyone is talking about silver. When I just open up YouTube, Telegram, Twitter, or X these days, so everyone is talking about like a silver breakout, this pattern. This is a great cup and handle. It can go higher like a to $50 or so. Yes, it can, but not today or tomorrow. So it can get to those levels in a horizon, like in I should say next few 2-3 years. Yes, we can, but right now silver is overbought and we need to get back to this area, which is going to be $29-ish, 29 to 30 for back test. Moving on to crude, which was positive today. So crude just rocking to the upside, 2%, pretty good price action. Crude is showing kind of like a bull flag here, but we'll see if it has a tomorrow like a kind of like a pattern, good pattern for breakout. Then we can see some kind of like crude is getting back to the upside again, which is kind of like against my analysis. I should disclose that one. I'm still looking for a weaker crude is coming down the road. So this is at least my idea. There are lots of kind of like a slowing down economy around the world, and the demand for crude is going down. But this is kind of like a macro based on the chart. This is not that bad. Specifically for today's price action, we will give crude benefit of doubt for now, at least at this stage of the game. But if it goes back down again, so this is kind of like a shakeout or a ripping to the upside, just to shake out the shorts before the next dive into $70. Moving on to individual, let me starting with Bitcoin. So just a downtick today after yesterday, and I should say last couple of days, surge to the upside. Bitcoin kind of reversed to the downside. So here is the supply area, and this is kind of like a breakout level. So we got into this area. For sure, you will see some kind of like a technical reaction here. So bit is down. I believe if it goes down here, if it forms kind of like a QM pattern, that would be kind of like a fantastic buying opportunity because bit can go higher after that to 70,000 ish. So this is the scenario that I'm just looking for bit. Moving on to Ethereum. Ethereum is the same. So we just broke above this important trend line, just got into this pivot, rejecting down. We can go to 3,300, but after that, we can search to the upside. Bond yield. So after yesterday's sell-off or broken trend line. Today, we just got a positive price action, which is normal to this important support here and also this gap here, which is a demand area after this breakout. So lots of people are just putting their, or institution, they're just putting their buy order. So there is no surprise if you see bond yield is returning back up. But if it doesn't have a strong move to the upside, if it doesn't go all the way to here, if it just goes something like this, if it goes something like a gain of just let's say a 0.1 or 0.2%, and then forming a bear flag, then we can see another drop or dive down. Sub 4% is coming down the road. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to Treasury. Just optic today, not a bad session. Still, Treasury can go higher to 95 to 97, but after that, I'm not sure. VIX dollar 29 cents up, a fantastic surge, great pop, almost 10% today, and it's just a challenge by this important pivot. So sellers took control here. So VIX can consolidate or just going down for another kind of like a surge to the upside. So we'll see how it goes, but still, I believe that VIX can get to this $20 area-ish. Dixie, sharp sell-off today. Very, very ugly day for Dixie. Dixie is just smashing all the supports. Right now, we are just getting into this important wide range bar. I believe still, if you see a bounce, don't rely on that because it's going to form a bear flag here for another dive. So Dixie 101 to 102, this area is going to be a sweet spot for those ones who want to get into a long position. But right now, I should say Dixie tells us that recession is coming down the road. Remember, a lower dollar is going to go strong before recession. And when it dips down into like a very dramatic level, which is sub 100, sub 90, remember COVID, it was 88 or something. That is kind of like a recessionary indicator. Moving on to Magma. So Magma just goes down today, sharp sell-off, and it's just going lower. Apple go down as well. So a 2.53% to the downside. Apple, not a bad session for bears. For bulls, it was ugly. Amazon, 2.64% to the upside. It's just getting into lots of support here, but I believe that if it forms consolidation, it can go lower. Meta just smashed down all the supports here, and it goes down. This is an important pivot for Meta. I believe that, but still, it can go sub 420-ish. Microsoft, $6 down, but look at the candle. Buyers came back, especially, I should say, like a later session. Google, the same here. It's just going down, but there are lots of supports, 170 to 172. Netflix, $1, actually $8 down today, 1.35%. A lot of demand area here. So this is a great consolidation for before the next pop. So right now it's just going down. Potential reaction is kind of like a foreseeable, but I should say if it consolidates here, we can see another drop potentially to this area of 570 to 560. Tesla 3% down today. So Tesla, if it goes below this pivot, it's going to be very ugly for Tesla, believe me or not. But right now, it's just holding up now, not bad. SMH. So the weakness is here, folks. SMH goes down. So this is the obvious divergence between these two tops. And right now we are just forming a fantastic M pattern, which goes below this pivot. So any bounce could be a sell. I believe this is coming to this area as well. So which is going to be 200 to 220. This is the area that I'm just looking for, SMH. SOX, the same pattern here, just they're going down, getting into this support here. Important pivot, and this is a bullish consolidation. This is previous pivot. So 230 to 240, this is very, very important. Taiwan Semiconductor, $14 down today. Gap, huge gap, and then goes down. So it didn't care at all. AMD 10% down, smashed. And AMD, this is very, very ugly, kind of like a sell-off for AMD. If it doesn't show anything, it can go even lower than that. It can go to 111 to 125, which we were waiting for it a long time. So we can just, again, get back to this name one more time. Moving on to NVIDIA. Remember NVIDIA? So we were talking about this. We were talking about this, folks. It just jumped below all trend lines, and right now it is at 118, exactly 117.99. So this is very, very important. NVIDIA needs to say something. Otherwise, consolidation means it's going to have a sharp sell-off to here, which is going to be a fantastic buying opportunity for us. We are going to take it. We are going to buy it with two hands if it gets there. I'm waiting for that one. So stay tuned, be patient, be hunter, and don't just I should say I'm just looking for a word. Don't do any emotional action. Just wait and see how it goes. A Texas Instrument, a very, very important shooting a star at the top. So this is kind of like mother of shooting a star here. Look at the higher shadow here. This one can go down, crazy can go down, and it can just get uglier and uglier. Lamb Research, 10% down. Look at that. So this is kind of like the type of bear flag here. Huge gap, just continuous downside move. Look at that. So it just opened up without even single digit bounce, sharp sell off all the way without having any protection from buyers. So Lamb Research is smashed today. This type of action usually we will have a bounce like this, but this is kind of like an institution selling. And I believe that it's going to go more than that, 800 to 850. Moving on to Rocket Star for today, like last few days ago, XLF, which is Financial Spider, goes up. KBE Large Cap Bank ETF goes up. KRE 68 cents off. Fantastic move. They are overstretched. They are due for correction. JP Morgan, $3.25 up. Goldman Sachs, $8.84 down today. Bank of America, 15 cents down today. And Wells Fargo, 67 cents up. So it's just going all the way up. I believe that they're kind of like a done for the movement. So we will see. GDX, this is the gold miners. They're just getting into this important supply area. If we just zoom back here, this is the area that I was recognized before. And sure enough, we just got pierced into it and a reversal coming down as well. GDXJ $1.53 down, AEM $1.01 down, Newmont 5 cents down, and Franco Nevada 2% to the downside, 2.76% down today, and gold barrick just an 1.92% to the downside. Gold barrick is just a breaking through and then failed breaker. So this is a failed break for the trend line. Still, we are kind of like keeping our call that this is kind of like still in a bearish momentum. But I should say pullback give us another potential higher low. That's going to be the breakout, and the final breakout, it can go higher as well. So we'll see how it goes. So $24 for gold barrick is kind of very, very predictable for the next 6 months, but we should wait for a next correction. And this correction is coming very, very soon. Moving on to XLE, which is Energy Spider. They were just going higher. I think that they're kind of like a very, very nice leader compared to Crude. So I was like scratching my head. What's happening to these ones? Because Crude is down, but these ones are rocking to the upside. Seems like Crude price action today is kind of like a proof that they're a leader. XLE goes up 92 cents. XOP 11 cents down. So it just appears to this pivot and then getting down. OH at $1.34 down. So this is very, very important. And Exxon just $1.60 up. Chevron, $3.46 up. Great move for Chevron, 2% almost, and it's kind of like a leading while the other names are lagging today. All right, I believe that I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.